Have you ever found yourself getting into something that you really hadn't planned on getting into? Style is a good example. Did you start buying a bunch of clothes without even realizing that you were becoming a style guy? Or, I don't know, some other hobby that you really kind of picked up on collecting something that you had no plans to do? I found out that that's one of the things that I've done. Somehow I turned into a boot guy. I've got tons of pairs of boots, and I'll kind of walk you through this because apparently boots are one of these things that I have a bunch of, and I wanted them to be very specific as far as what their functions are. It started with this pair a few years ago, and these look pretty beat, but they've been fantastic boots. My great casual boots, these are kind of my go-to. The one problem with boots like these is a leather sole. As great as it is that it's a Goodyear welt, it's resolable, they are not ideal for winter conditions. And here in Salt Lake City, winter and spring can get pretty brutal as far as the conditions with the snow and the slush and the rain go. You can go something that's dressier like a Chelsea boot. You can go a little bit more weather appropriate like with this awesome Alpine boot. This is one of my favorite pairs of boots by far, but it's really, really nice and really dressed up. This is not one that I really want to beat up too much just because it's such a good boot. Or you can go the full route into something that is an actual dress boot. Again, leather soled. It provides some problems, and don't get me wrong, I love every single one of pairs of these boots, and they get a significant amount of wear. But I found I was missing something in my wardrobe. I didn't have a pair of good casual boots that I really could just trust to do whatever I needed to do in adverse weather conditions and just kind of handle their business. Again, these are fantastic, but they're more ideal for summer and fall when I don't have to worry about moisture in the ground. So, a few months back, I lamented that on Instagram, and lo and behold, a couple days later, I get an email from a gentleman by the name of Connor. Now, Connor's one of the founders of a company called Thursday Boots, and he told me that they were interested in sending me a pair and wanted to know what I thought. So I checked out some of their stuff, and I had them send me these. Now, this is their Blarney Stone Commander. The Blarney Stone is the color of it, and this boot is fantastic. This has been my default winter boot now ever since I've had it, and I'm excited to continue to put this thing through its paces into spring. As the snow starts to melt and I have to worry more about standing water and what those conditions provide, I'm excited to be able to use this thing even more. So let me tell you a little bit about these boots. First of all, they are a Goodyear welt. So kind of like we already talked about, Goodyear welt means that they're resolable. Which means that as long as this upper stays in the condition that you want it to, and these are already a little scuffed, and I like that because it means that they're starting to get some character. But by having these be resolable, they can basically last as long as the upper lasts on them. This is a Chromexel. It's an excellent piece of leather that really kind of gets the highest standard here in the United States. They've got these awesome metal D-ring eyelets, and the laces here are cotton, so they're super soft. One of my favorite things about these, though, is that it's padded and cushioned on the inside, so it's got glove leather. Super, super soft. Because I'll tell you, with different pairs of boots, actually both of these, for example, phenomenal. But the downside to both of these, I wouldn't even say downside, but just kind of part of the process is that they took some significant wearing in. In fact, these guys took about a season for me to get really broken in to the point where they're comfortable wearing them. I really had to kind of put these things through their paces. But these boots from day one were super, super comfortable. So big point in favor on that. Another really strong point, again, is their resolability. So that's going to give you a lot of longevity on them. I love feeling like the almost suede or the nubuck that's in here on the tongue. And they're just super durable and super casual. So I love them. You want to know what you're going to love even more about them is the fact that they're pretty dang cheap, especially for something that is in the quality level that they are as far as the welting goes. Everything else that I have in here, $365, $399, $595, $7.95. And again, all worth it as far as price points. Love every single one pair of these boots. But this guy comes in at 249 bucks, which is a steal. So I suggest checking this company out, Thursday Boots. They've got a few different pairs that are more similar to this. This is a Wolverine 1,000 Mile, and this is a really good standard as far as something that you want to be able to dress up or dress down. But if you want a truly casual boot, something that looks like it's designed to be worn only casually, then this Commander is an awesome way to go. If you want to know how I'm going to wear these, or how I have been wearing these, I suggest that you check out the companion piece that's associated with the site. There's a link for it here for you. And I've posted up a few pictures of ideas on how to wear these boots in line with the 3 different archetypes. So you've got a look that is rugged, you've got one that's refined, and you've got one that's rakish, just to give you some ideas on how to wear these. Now, casual boots are something that I believe so strongly every man should have in his wardrobe that they're actually part of my staples. And so this would be an excellent option as you're building up your own staples to pick up a pair of these. If you want to know more about what those archetypes are and how this can work within those, go ahead and hit the link below that other one. I'm going to make sure that you check that out. It'll take you to a place where you can take a quiz and find out which one of these 3 primary style archetypes, rugged, refined, or rakish, is yours. That way it'll help you know how to implement things like staples, like these boots, into your wardrobe, but then also what to expand on beyond once you get those initial staples. And then I'm also going to make sure that there's a link to ThursdayBoots.com to their website down here. Great company. These guys had an awesome Kickstarter that did really well for them. Phenomenal quality for the price that you pay. So definitely check their stuff out, and I will see you guys on the next round.